Hi guys, this is a tutorial for the absolute beginner. I hope that if you see this, you already installed Blender. If not, you can go to blender.org to install and download the package for free. Then you end up with the version 2.67b like mine. I installed it under the platform of Steam. But there are lots of other things and possibilities. You just look at blender.org to see. So if you downloaded it and you start it up, you get a screen like that, and I'll give you some principles and things to see to start up. First of all, you have the info line at the top of it. At the info line, we have a file. When you open that, you see new. It's to make a brand new part. Open is to open a Blender file that already exists. Save is to save files, save as also. Then you have optional Blender preference sets. You have different one: interface, editing, output, add-ons, themes, file system changeable, and systems changeable. You can, if you changed anything, you can switch to save user settings, and your settings will be saved. Later on, you will see it. Then you have the render symbol, a window symbol to split your screen and things like that. Then you have here normal settings, default ones. Normally it stands on default if you are game logicking or motion tracking or animation. You could choose one, but normally it stands on default. You have a scene. You're normally working in one scene. I usually do, so this is not important now. And then you have different sides of different systems of rendering. You have the normal Blender rendering. This is the oldest one, and this is the one I used. You have for games also one, and you have cycle rendering. This is a modern version of this rendering, but more sophisticated pictures can be taken and things like that. So this is not important. And next to that, you will see sometimes happens something over here. That's when you render or you make an animation, something pops up over here. On the left you have a tool. By pressing T you can put it away, or by pressing T you bring it back up, with some tools, some creating parts and things like that when you start up designing. Then on the right you have the tab, we called it outliner, where you have the view. That's what you see on the screen. These two, I won't say anything about it, but okay, this is on. Then you have a camera. Just left click the mouse on it, and you see that I'm now selected the camera view. You see, this is the camera. Left clicking is selecting the camera. Left clicking on that one is selecting the cube, and left clicking on the lamp is putting the lamp on the screen. You have three symbols. First of all, this symbol says, okay, you see it on the screen, yes or no. Cube, yes or no. Lamp, yes or no. Select the camera, do not select the camera, etc. I want to select the cube. And these late at the rear end, this is when you're making a render or animation and you want to see it or you don't want to see it. So if I, for instance, render, I show you just to something happening. You see now the cube. To go back, left here, 3D view, and you got back to the normal system. If I put out that one and I press render again, you see no cube. Thus the cube is gone in rendering. Very easy. If you select camera, then you can select over here anything that compares to the camera. Cube, same. Cube. Lamp, the same. For instance, like this lamp. So you see the symbol over here. Symbol comes directly back. You can adjust a few things. For instance, say energy 2, and you make the lamp shine brighter. Okay. In here we have the toolbox, and in the toolbox we have everything that has to do with Blender. Thus you have the render mode. The animation mode is when you want to animate something from left to right and you want to start moving it, and it is finished. You have to use that for. Then we have some other layer things, sky, scenes, worlds, positioning of the lamp, in that case for the cube. It's the cube, you see. And adjustable tools, materials, colors of materials, textures for explosions, particles, and for collision or simulations. Okay. Underneath you have your main frame. I call it the main frame or the main tab, where you can switch on the left side through everything type of view you want. This is the 3D view. The timeline is what's happening when you're using an animation. The graphic editor is another tool, and there's a lot of these. I won't explain them now, but know that they exist. Or if you normally work, you switch to 3D view, and you can do anything you like. Then view selections are possible. View selection depending on what is selected. There's the camera view and things like that. Selection possibilities. Add things. So if you add something, for instance, add mesh, let's say circle, or no, let's say torus. You selected now the torus, and we move it sideways by clicking on the handles. Forwards like this, back upwards like that. You can go through your screen like this. Not a problem. So these are add, mesh, objects, and other possibilities like lamps, cameras, speakers, and things. They're all possible to put on your screen. Then objects. This is when you want to change something or put it on another perspective, or I don't know what, do an animation, or not useful for the moment on. We always work in with pieces in object mode. If you want to change anything about the object, you switch from object to edit mode. Then you can use sculpture modus to create something more with sculpture pieces. Vertex painting has to do with a certain layer of painting you work on, and texture is also something to do with the kind of material you have to put on. You can switch from normal solid frame to wire frame, like you see over now. You go to structure, texture, you get to material if there is a material designed, and you can go to render if you want it already rendered. So we go back to the solid state, like this. Then I have a few other things. Also important is you can switch from here until there. These are local. This means you can just move sideways, up and down. These handles come back on the left screen. As you see over here, Y is that direction. It's also the green one on the screen. X direction is that direction. Yeah, and the Z direction is up. So to turn, before, for instance, you press in the middle mouse key, click, and you turn your page like that. You see, and the handles are moving with you. It's much easy. You want to rotate. Don't select that one, but select this one, and you see now everything is rotatable. So if you're moving that one, it turns like this. If you're moving this one, this is done by left clicking on the mouse on that direction, and in the other way is that direction. Just to show you, to go back is press that one, and you can move it around like this. It's very easy. Then you have global different systems, global, normal. Look, this is normal, for instance. It has to do with when you move something and you want to move it around in another way, straight at something, or you use that one. Then this is the layer, not important, leave it at 1, as you can switch layers. You see everything is gone now because why? Everything is on layer 1. Just pay attention that the one with the yellow or orange ball is lighted up, and the rest I won't explain. Underneath you have everything that it has to do with the animation himself. Later on we come back to that. This is also with that. You're starting at screen 0, you're going at 250. If you want to make an animation, you can use that one. I think that's roughly all. One thing left. On the right screen you have sometimes also and you do that by pressing N, this tab. This is an extra tab where you can add from time to time something, or you can see where your location is at the point. You can see when you're moving it around. I'm moving it around now in the Y direction. You want to put it somewhere at 0, just press left mouse click and press 0, and he's standing at 0. And if you want the X but at 10, you press 10 and it stands at 10. If you want 0 back again, left mouse click, press 0 and you position it over there. And Z direction the same, 5, and you can move it up and down, 0. You also for the degrees, pressing 0, now he's going flat, totally. Okay, and if you want to see your torus and you don't want to see the cube, just click off that eye and you will see just the torus. You want to see the cube again, click on. You see now the torus is available and it's the working piece because why? He's lighted up. Okay, this is pretty rough, basic stuff to start with at Blender 3D version 2.67. Thank you for watching.